The following is a presentation of WGAA Sports.
It's a no-hitter, and the Dogs win the region.
Here's a ball hit deep to left field. Back to the wall. It is gone. Listen to this crowd.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to the field for today's action.
Welcome in, Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball fans. Jamie Newsom and Andrew Carter here at Central High School in Carrollton, Georgia, to bring you the rubber game of this three-game set.
Well, not really the rubber game. Cedartown's won the series.
Well, yeah, Cedartown has won the series.
Trying to get the sweep here.
Trying to get the sweep, not just the rubber game. But Cedartown ahead 2-0 in this three-game set with the Central Carroll Lions. Cedartown winning the first game earlier in the week by a score of 1-0 and winning just a little while ago in game one of this doubleheader by a score of 8-4. Now Cedartown trying to make it a clean sweep and start their region off right.
Well, they've already done a great job there starting this region. Starting pitcher, by the way, for the Central Lions will be number 10, Hayden Manson. Starting pitcher for Cedartown will be Reese Tanner. We'll see him in the bottom half of this inning.
Number 3, Dylan Cup.
And Dylan Cup will lead things off here in the top half of the first inning. Dylan Cup had a triple in the first game today. And he will dig in, and we are ready to go for the first pitch of game 3 of the series, and it almost hits him inside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes is your count. Andrew Carter, Jamie Newsom here from Central High School. 1-0 pitch. Called strike 1 right down the middle.
Beautiful night for baseball. Temperature's starting to drop, but still pleasant.
1-1 pitch to Dylan. Called strike 2. Already can tell we're going to see a much different strike zone from this as the umpires, of course, switched between games. 1-2 pitch to Dylan. That one hit off the facing of the Central dugout. If anybody was not awake, they are now.
They are now. Dylan 1 for 4 in game 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Cedartown won game 2 of the series, the first game today, 8-4. Won on Tuesday, 1-0 back at Cedartown to take the series, and the Dogs are looking to sweep them away here. 1-2 pitch, hits him in the
right in the numbers,
right in the numbers.
Back.
So Dylan Cup will take first base the painful way. You know, Dylan already a bit sore from that slide in at third base on that triple that he hit in the first game today.
Yeah, that clearly not intentional. Now the umpires are
Now batting number 13,
being diligent.
Tony
You know,
Ware.
is Dylan? They don't know Dylan. Dylan, definitely a cool-headed young man. I've got no reason to think Dylan would charge the mound, but the umpires doing their due diligence, walking down there with him. No mouthing going on. That was clearly not intentional.
Pitch on the way is high and tight, ball 1. This is Tony Ware, so it looks like our lineup will be very similar to the first game today. We don't have lineups for game 2 for either side, but we'll just piece them together as we go. We sure will. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last time. 1-0 pitch, runner goes. It's a strike throw to second, is going to be high, and he's there safely.
If that was right on the bag, it's not going to be that close. Dylan got a terrific jump, and he's got natural speed. You combine that speed with the eye, that instinct he has for the jump.
1-1 pitch. That one
nicked him too.
Sure did. So 2-hit batsman, definitely not as direct a hit as Dylan got.
But still a ball that it's a release point issue. The ball that hit Dylan looked like it was a breaking ball that that he let get away from him. That ball was a fastball that nicked Tony. Now, Dillon's went clunk right in the middle of his back, but it was an off-speed pitch. That one would have hurt worse had it clunked him in the back. But Cedartown has 2 aboard with nobody out in the top of the first for Eli Barrow.
Barrow with a chance to put the Dogs on the board first. Here's the pitch. A breaking ball. Strike called. 0-1.
Eli was a little antsy there when that breaking ball started off at his shoulder. Is that going to break or not? And it did right across the strike zone.
The stretch and the 0-1 pitch coming. And here it is. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. And it's 0-2. Eli would like that swing back.
He would like that swing back and keep it in his pocket.
0-2 the count. Hayden Manson, who was the DH in the first game, swing and a miss, strike 3.
Off the plate, got him to chase.
So Eli is the first out. And here's Reese Tanner, starting pitcher for Cedartown in this game, hitting for himself in the cleanup role. So far, the same lineup. 1 gone, runners on first and second. Manson delivers. A bunt try, left side, foul ball.
Good idea, but the ball off the plate. Not much you could do with it. First baseman hands Reese's bat back, and everybody rewinds and resets, and we'll do it all over again.
Well, and we'll give Reese credit there. Even though it was foul, he was halfway down the line before anybody ever got to it.
He was boogieing.
Here's the 0-1. This time he takes inside.
Almost got him on the knees.
1 ball, 1 strike. Dylan Cup at second. Tony Ware at first. Both aboard on hit batsman. 1-1 pitch on the way is an off-speed pitch. Just missed, 2-1.
Had to have been high because it went right down the center of the plate.
There was a bit of a wind when we started, but the wind has died down considerably. 2-1 pitch on the way. Line shot left field, down for a base hit. Stop sign applied at third base. They're loaded with 1 out. And Reese Tanner goes opposite field to get a single. That's the first hit of the game for the Dogs.
Good piece of hitting for Reese. That was a outside pitch. Outside of the plate. It caught the plate, but it was outside of the zone. He didn't try to do too much with it. Didn't try to clear his hips and pull it. He just poked it where he had it. Dinked it down there in front of the left fielder for a good base hit. Base is juiced full of Dogs for Holiday.
We'll see if Holiday can continue his great day at the plate. He, of course, went 3 for 3, or 4 for 4, I should say, in that game with 3 RBIs.
4
Takes
for
outside.
4 with 3 ribbies.
1 ball and no strikes, the count now to Holiday. Holiday will likely be playing his normal position of third base here. 1-0 pitch. Line shot left field, foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Heard Coach Wigley as I was walking down the line to put a new battery in the camera. Coach Wigley was talking to somebody and said, X had been struggling at the plate. Then he comes up here and goes 4 for 4 and 3 RBIs. There's a bouncer toward second. They'll try to get the double play. They get it at the out at second. They get the out at first.
And he was not out.
No, he was not. And the side is retired. And no run score for the Dogs in the top half of the first inning. We head now to the bottom half. Cedartown nothing, Central coming up. Bulldogs baseball here on the Big Double A.
Shop local and save big at Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. High-quality hand-cut meats and produce and low-priced national brand name dry groceries and lots more. And while you're there, stop and get something fresh and delicious from the deli. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%, 430 South College Street in Cedartown across from the post office. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown.
One of the pillars of a strong community is knowing your neighbors. We believe it's important to know your neighbor. To know that the person down the street selling you your car is the person you'll see grilling with you at the block party. It's important to be a part of a community, and Peach State Ford is proud to be a part of historic Cedartown, Rockmart, and Rome, and even prouder to be rated one of the best in the country in customer service. Nobody knows trucks or people like Peach State Ford.
2076 Rockmart Highway, Cedartown, 866-872-6660.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball. No score with the top half of the first closed. Cedartown leaves the bases juiced on a 6-4-3 with a controversial, I might say, call on first base. Clearly, runner out at second. Bang play at first, but what counts is that the umpire said it was in time. So Cedartown leaves the bases loaded, and we'll have to see if we can shut down the Lions here and pay them back.
Reese Tanner on the mound for the Bulldogs here, who completed his warm-up tosses. As we suspected, Holiday is playing third base. The rest of the infield defense the same as the first game, with Dylan Cupp at short, Denver Nell at second, and Cole Dingler at first. We'll see if we can get those outfielders here in a moment. We don't have game changer tonight. Don't know why that is, but so we're having to go by our eyeballs this evening. And the last pitch there from Tanner goes awry, and then we're going to start the bottom half of the first inning here. Looks like Chance White's going to stay in right field. Looks like Jack Rokeber might be in center, and then in right field the same as in the first game.
Leading off for the Lions,
Tony Ware.
Number 23, Joe Cooney.
Here's Joe Cooney. Be careful with him. He hit a solo home run off of Xavier Holiday in the first game, so we know he's got power. Reese Tanner winds and delivers. Called strike one.
Upper part of the zone on the outside part of the plate. Good pitch.
He'll nod and deliver a 0-1. Outside, 1-1 strike. Reese with an outstanding start at the Dog Pound against Rockmart a couple weeks ago. His first and only start so far this year, and he was masterful. 1-1 pitch on the way. Line hard and foul down the right side off the roof of the shed. Equipment shed down there, down the right field line. 1-2 the count. Might actually be their hitting facility.
Late on that. I think I climbed the zone if I'm Reese. Throw it up inside about his letters, see if you can get him to chase.
There's a chopper hit towards shortstop. Dylan Cupp handles a crazy hop and safe at first base. Got to be an infield hit. But I thought it was a very close play. Just about got him. Dylan Cupp had a very, very tough play of handling that short hop.
Well, and there's no way you rule that anything other than an infield hit. Reese fielded it cleanly, threw a strike over to first base. Good stretch over on first base by Dingler, and he just beat it out.
Walter Altman, the batter. And there's a bunt try. Pick it up. Throw to first. Did they get him? Yes, they got him. The collision there. The throw to third. He is out at third.
Wow, beautiful play by the Cedartown Bulldogs. There was a bunt out in front. Reese Tanner charges up, fields it, throws over to first. When Dingler is adjusting himself to try to catch the ball, there's a pretty violent collision there at first base, not on purpose, nobody being unsportsmanlike, but a pretty violent collision there puts Dingler on his back, but he's got the wherewithal to see the runner trying to advance to third, and he bounces to his feet quickly and fires a strike to Holiday over there at third base for the double play. Great defense by the Bulldogs. Now has the bases empty with 2 outs.
Corbin Dietrich now will take a called strike, a fastball from Reese Tanner. So after the infield hit,
Nothing doing.
Nothing doing. Double play. About as unconventional as you could imagine. That one high and tight, pushed him off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, that would go down 1-3-5 double play.
Here's the 1-1. Down low, ball two now.
You don't write 1-3-5 on the scorecard that often for a double play.
No, sir. No, sir. And I got to tip my hat to Cole Dingler there. Like you said, collision there at first base. Got up and threw to third base, threw a good one there. There's a strike 2 called right down the middle there from Reese.
And it wasn't just a graze at first base. I mean,
it wasn't head-on contact, but it was enough to
put him on his back.
Put him on his back. Yeah. Here's the wind, the 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Fouled away to the right. 2-2. Cedartown has won the first 2 games of this series. The wind and the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. Struck him out looking to end the inning, and nobody left on base. Each side puts a hit on the board in the first inning, but none come across for either side. We head to the second inning. No score from Central. Back after this 60-second break on the Big Double A.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Live Wire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Live Wire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Live Wire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings. Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big Double A is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big Double A. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on your home of the Cedartown Bulldogs, Cedartown's own WGAA.
Sorry,
that
Jamie.
was loud. I forgive you, Andrew.
Sorry about that.
Bringing you region play from Central High School in Carrollton, Georgia. Cedartown leads the 3-game series, 2-0. No score after 1 in the books. Cedartown will send up Cole Dingler and likely, we're not 100% sure, but very likely Denver Nail and then Britt Baxter. We don't have a lineup, but it's looking that way so far. And definitively, Cole Dangler is leading off the second.
And he'll take ball 1 ball and no strikes. Manson on the mound for the Central Lions. And the pitch. Ball 2, that's low. 2-0 the count. The wind, the pitch. Hit on the ground toward third, base hit. Just past the glove there, and he's going to round first. It's going to slam on the brakes as he took a big wide turn there, and Cole Dingler gets a much-needed base hit.
And not a rinky-dink. He turned on that ball and ripped it down the third base line. Third baseman was playing maybe 12 feet off the bag. Had no chance at that. Zipped by the bag for a solid single.
Here's Denver Nail. Cole with his lead off first base, and the pitch on the way. Inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Cole leads away. Pitch. Inside again, 2-0. Dogs had a chance in the first inning to score, but unfortunately couldn't get it done. Controversial double play Ended the inning, and then we had a double play of our own in the inning. Bouncer could be another double play. 4, 6, and 3. That's the conventional kind, 2 out. And that was definitely not close.
No. I looked over on your chat, Andrew, and see somebody had commented about 10 years from now looking where these boys are. And, that's a great comment. I look back at the many, many years you and I have called games before, and some of the fine young men now that we
strike call there to Britt Baxter.
That we had the privilege of watching them when they were teenagers, looking back on them.
0-1 pitch is behind him, ball 1. 1-1 the count to Britt Baxter.
Hit him.
They're going to say it hit him. Wasn't quite evident right away. That's the third hit batsman thrown by the starting pitcher here, Hayden Manson. And that'll put Britt aboard. And looks like Chance White will be able to, will have a bat here. He'll bat where Ace Allen's spot from the first game. The wind, the pitch on the way. That's way high, and a great stop there by the catcher, Smith.
I would hate to get to calling names because I know that I would leave them out. But a lot of these guys, they play here. Some of their last game.
Throw to first, run it back in time.
Is at the end of their high school season. Some of them went to college. Some of them might go and play even beyond that, but so many of them come back to their hometown.
1-0 swung and missed by White. 1-1.
And give back. There's several coaches in the Cedartown dugout that are alumni of Cedartown High School baseball.
1-1 pitch. Called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count now. 2 outs and a runner on first. And the pitch. Just missed outside, 2-2 the count. We even have a Rockmart alumni in the dugout.
We do.
And we like him a lot.
Coach Dingler and I played together. He was 1 year behind me.
2-2 pitch. Bounced up there for a full count, 3-2. Of course, the Rockmart alum I'm talking about is Coach Johnson.
Coach Johnson. I was class of 1990, and Coach Dingler, class of 91.
Payoff pitch. Hit off the end of the bat, right side, and foul. And we'll stay 3-2. Of course, Casey Newsom, your son.
Class of 2017. Pope is
Austin
over there,
Pope,
Austin Pope. I think he was probably class of 15.
I think 14 or 15.
14 or 15. He and Casey played together for a year or two.
Here's the payoff pitch again. Inside, ball 4. Good at bat there by Chance White. Able to work the count full and takes the walk. And now I believe Dylan Cupp will be back at the plate, and he is.
Now batting number 3, Dylan Cupp.
Britt Baxter at second, Chance White at first. The pitch on the way to Cupp, a breaking ball and a call, strike 1.
Dylan hit by a pitch his first at bat.
This umpire is very quiet about his strike calls. He just throws the finger out there to call the strike. That's way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dylan Cupp. One. Line drive, right field. That ball is carrying, and the right fielder makes a backpedaling catch near the fence. And that saved 2 runs. Easy.
Very, very good play by the right fielder for Central. Right off the bat, Andrew, I almost said, that's burned him. But he got on his horse and he chased that one down. And you're right. If he doesn't chase that down, it's 2 runs, and Dylan is probably standing on third.
I would say so. We head to the bottom half of the second. 0-0, 30-second break. Back after this.
Ed's Cleaners in downtown Cedartown offers many different services. They dry clean, press your already washed garments, and fold and wash your clothes. They also launder and press your clothes with or without starch. They have an alterations expert on staff, and they can tailor your garments to you or simply replace buttons. They specialize in leather garment cleaning and preserving wedding gowns. Ed's offers next-day service where most in the industry do not anymore. As you know, Ed's loves their customers and strives to give them the best experience possible when they visit us. That's Ed's Cleaners in historic downtown Cedartown. Stop in today.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Delay.
Bottom half of the second inning about to be underway here from Central High School in Carrollton. Your Bulldogs playing the Lions here in Game 3 of the Region 3 game set. No score. Cedartown in the first inning left 3 runners aboard. In that inning, stranded 2 more.
Sounds like we might be reverting back to some bad habits from Game 1.
Well, Game 1, we left 10 aboard. In this game, in 2 innings, we've already left 5 aboard. We got to do something about that. We're getting runners on. We're just not getting them across. So shut them down here, Bulldogs, and get back to the bat.
Reese Tanner back on the hill, delivers the pitch. Way inside. 1 ball, no strikes over the batter's head, number 13 for them. And that is, maybe it's 23. We'll check that here in a moment. 1-0 pitch on the way. There's a call, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Looks to me, is that a...
It's Davis Smith. He's wearing 13 today. He's normally 00. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air, right field. Going to be another test for Tony Ware. He's there, and he makes the catch right at the foul line. 1 gone.
Speed made that play possible.
Indeed it did. Hat came flying, and he made a great catch.
You can't catch what you can't get to. But Tony Ware made that play look easy, and it was not.
This will be number 10, the pitcher, Hayden Manson, batting for himself. Here's the pitch. Strike called, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch coming. Outside, 1-1. Manson actually moves up in the lineup. He was batting 7th in the first game of this doubleheader, and he'll foul that one straight back behind us. Strike 2. Reese gets a sign from Eli. The wind, the 1-2. Strike 3 call. He rung him up. I didn't think he was going to, but he did.
Froze him on that one.
He froze me.
Curveball that started off about the batter's ear hole and apparently broke across the numbers and caught the inside portion of the plate.
Yeah, that was a strike. It definitely was. From our camera viewpoint, swing and a miss, 0-1 the count.
Big cut there.
This is Brandon Music. 2 outs, nobody on base. The 0-1. That's low. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. It's the 1-1. High and tight. 2-1 the count. Don't forget, on Saturday, it is Cedartown Youth Sports Opening Day. Not only Little League Opening Day, but soccer, softball, and Dream League. The wind, the 2-1. A bit low, ball 3, 3-1 the count.
And there will be a parade.
There will be a parade down Main Street all the way to Northwest Park, or Burtwood Park. And the opening ceremony starting at 10. We're going to broadcast 3 games on the Big AA on Saturday. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 3-2.
So if you want to see your teams come by and root them on, that parade is slated to pull out of South Main. They're in the area of around Ware Street and go all the way down to Girard.
Here's the payoff pitch. Pops up in the infield. Looks like X-Holiday will have a play on it, and he'll make the catch. Ooh, he snow-coned it a bit, but he was able to hold on to it, and the side is retired. Jamie.
But, yeah, that parade will come down Main Street all the way to Girard and then turn Girard and go down to Linton, then turn Linton and go to Northwest Park. So if you want to see your youth, come out and wave them on Saturday morning at 9.
And the opening ceremony's at 10, and the game's to start as soon as they can get them off the field and into the dugout and into the uniform. So it should be a fun day on Saturday. We'll head now to the bottom half. Check that top half of the third after this 30-second break here on the Big AA.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. Their phone number 678-246-1031. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown. Or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Well, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA. 2 innings in the book here from Central High School. No score. Cedartown has left several runners aboard.
Now batting number 13, Tony Ware.
5, as a matter of fact, through the first 2 innings. And they'll lead off with Tony Ware, Eli Barrow, and Reese Tanner to see if Cedartown can't put something together in the third. Here's Andrew with a call.
Only 2 hits for Cedartown, no runs to show for it. A breaking ball, a called strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1 now to Tony Ware. Ware made a great running catch in right field in the previous inning. Pitch. Line shot right field. That's the base hit, and it's the 3rd hit for Cedartown in this game. And a good start to the 3rd for the Dogs.
Solid base hit to the opposite field. 3rd base hit of the game for Cedartown. Reese Tanner has a single. Cole Dangler has a single. And now Ware. That puts Ware at first base leading off. And now Eli Barrow to the bat.
Or Eli Burrow, as he's known to some announcers. I think they got it right here.
I think they did as well.
2 double plays, though, the Dogs have hit into in this game, so let's hope that doesn't happen here. It's a bunt try picked up there. So that's a great bunt there by Eli. They throw to first in time, and they get him, but a great bunt. I mean, he laid that thing down, and it died right in front of, right between the pitcher's mound and the home plate.
Now batting number 2, Reese Tanner.
And here's Reese Tanner with a runner in scoring position. You couldn't bunt it any better
No,
than you just did.
couldn't have let them hand you the ball and rolled it out there much better than that. Almost legged it out for an infield single.
Yeah, that's the only thing that would have been better. Here's Reese Tanner with the runner at second. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Eli is deceptively fast for how muscular he is and how thick he is as a catcher. Gets down that line quicker than most catchers.
1-0 pitch is line foul to the opposite field.
I think he might have got that, some of the genes his brother's got, because I know his oldest brother, Walker, I used to say Walker could run from first and go backwards in time.
Well,
get to second before he left.
You also used to use the term, he glides in the outfield like a gazelle.
He does.
1-1 is fouled away, 1-2. Don't know if he glides like a gazelle anymore.
Well, you know, a lot of those guys played in the alumni game, and Walker was talking to Walker that evening, and he was talking about that he was sore. And of course, I told him to hush. because he's only 24.
1-2 to Reese. Stays alive and fouls it at the plate.
Those young men were inquiring of me as to why I did not play in the alumni game. I gave them the obvious answer.
Well, I wanted to live, you know.
Multiple birthdays.
Like, I'm about twice as old as y'all are. Sorry about that.
More than.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Hanson delivers. Breaking ball away. 2-2 the count. Tony Ware would love to touch the plate.
And I would love for him to.
2-2 swing and a miss, and they got Reese for out number 2. So a strikeout there for Reese Tanner. It'll be up to Xavier Holiday. Tony leads away. The pitch. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Base hit out to left field. Maybe a play at the plate, but no score. It looks like a single for Holiday with an RBI. Cedartown leads by a score of 1-0. And X advances on to second on the throw in to home.
Now batting number 8.
So Cedartown leads by a score of 1-0.
Glad to finally have that elusive runners in scoring position base hit that we have not really had in this game.
Absolutely.
And that came with 2 outs. That one going to hit
another hit.
Cole Dingler. Yeah. So runners will be at first and second. I understood. I was being told that our radio broadcast dropped out momentarily. I think it's back now. So I'll hear from Ethan if it's not. But I think we are back up and going.
Well, I knew that Carson Tanner came in here and was telling you something.
And I'm glad you picked up the call on that for me.
Picked up on the play-by-play, but I couldn't tell what he was conveying to you. But if we did have that lapse, then let me tell you where we are. We've got runners on first and second with 2 down in the top half of the 3rd inning. 1 run is crossed, so Cedartown is ahead by a score of 1-0.
Pitch is inside to Denver Nail. 1 ball, no strikes.
Nail hit into a 4-6-3 double his last at bat.
1-0 is low and away. Ball 2, 2-0. Holiday leads away. The pitch. Line drive, center field. Center fielder's going to have room, though. He'll go over and make the catch and right. And the inning comes to a close. But the Dogs pick up a run thanks to an RBI single. And we head now to, there was an RBI single by Holiday, correct?
Correct.
Holiday swinging a very hot bat today.
Hot bat today.
And we head now to the bottom half. 1-0 the score, back after 30 seconds.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball. And I'm getting some text messages that there was not actually a lapse in the broadcast. It must have been someone here at the stands that had a technical difficulty on their end. But we'd certainly rather be told than not told if there's some technical thing going on that we need to correct. I hate to be talking to no one. But thank you for letting us know, Cedartown Bulldog fans.
Well, that's happened before, and it's extremely frustrating when we do lose. So I'm glad that we're on, and I'm glad y'all can hear us back home and wherever you might be listening or watching. Reese Tanner has a one-hit shutout going so far as we're through two and a half innings in the bottom half of the third, waiting for something. I'm not sure what the holdup is.
Cedartown, of course, ahead in this game by a score of 1-0, but we have left, Andrew, 7 runners aboard in 3 innings, and that does not that's hard to keep up with over 7 innings. Cedartown's got to start pushing them across when we get them on.
Here's Vicari Swain. And the first pitch is a swing and a miss late on the fastball, 0-1. Cedartown with a 1-0 lead. Xavier Holiday with an RBI single. Reese winds and delivers an 0-1. Foul tip, strike 2.
Swung at a ball off the plate inside. But a great pitch by Reese getting him to chase. Reese is locating well in this game thus far.
Yes, he is.
Some kind of meeting by the Cedartown Bulldogs, the entire infield on the mound.
Very informal meeting, for sure. Now Reese is talking to the home plate umpire. Probably just a casual conversation there. It might have been a timeout called by the coach for Central to talk to his batter. Could have been what that was. He's down 0-2 is Vicari Swain. Reese Tanner back on the bump. The kick in the 0-2 pitch, here it is. Just missed off the plate, 1-2.
Framed up by Barrow, but didn't fool anybody.
Barrow's one of the best in the business when it comes to showing you a strike. 1-2. Just stayed alive and fouled it straight back. Count still 1-2 now to Swain.
Got a piece of it, but he just kissed the seam as it went by. Barely heard the click.
The 1-2 pitch. Struck him out looking. 1 out, Reese Tanner dealing right now. That's either the second or third strikeout for Reese.
Holiday pitched an outstanding first game. Reese well on the way to pitching an outstanding second game, but they are totally different styles of pitcher. So this Central lineup having to completely adjust.
Upstairs to the next batter, number 8, Tyler Woodside. His first at bat of the day, did not play in game 1. 1-0 pitch. Woodside takes a little bit low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 to Woody, as they call him, and he swings and misses for strike 1.
Blew that fastball right by him. Reese put a little extra Wheaties in his bowl this morning for that one.
The wind, the 2-1. Again, a fastball that he couldn't catch up to, 2-2.
So what do you do here, Andrew? Pull the string on him or challenge him again?
I'd challenge him again.
We're about to find out.
2-2 pitch. He does challenge him again, but he missed the zone. 3-2, another fastball. So now all bets are off. I think he might come back with a breaking ball now. We shall see. The kick and the payoff pitch. Line drive to first on one hop. He'll pick it up. Dingler tags the bag, 2 gone.
Hard hit ball, but right at Dingler.
It's one of those ground balls that leaves a divot in the ground.
Yeah. He hit it hard.
he was playing golf, he'd have to repair that divot. So 2 outs, nobody on base for the Lions. And Reese delivers. Hit in the air toward the right side. That'll be foul and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. This is, I believe, number 1, Max Williamson. Nothing and 1 the count. 1-0 lead for Cedartown here in game 3 of the series, game 2 today. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Reese Tanner with a kick and the 0-1. Just missed. Evens the count at 1-1. Reese with a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Got him to chase another one about 6 inches off the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The wind, the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Reese Tanner strikes out the side. 3 up, 3 down.
Reese is
go the Lions.
dealing.
Yes, he is. We go to the 4th. Cedartown with a 1-0 lead. 60-second timeout, Big AA.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA. Cedartown's home of the Bulldogs. Remember, every time the Bulldogs play,
you'll hear them on the Big AA.
Cedartown leads by a score of 1-0. Top half of the 4th inning about to get underway. It's going to be Britt Baxter, White, and Cup leading the charge for the Bulldogs. Cedartown has left 7 on through 3. Got a lot of base runners so far, but we've hit into 2 double plays and just not had a lot of fortune going our way. The 1 run we have is compliments of the 4th RBI of the evening for Holiday. He had 3 in the first game and 1 so far in this one. Here's Andrew with the call.
Britt Baxter hits a slow roller to third base. He'll pick that one up and throw on to first. Got it. Britt loves the slow roller to third, and he's done that a few times. That time, though, played correctly there at third base. I believe that was...
Now batting number 1, Chance White.
I believe that's Barry over there at third. Here's Chance White. Chance of the 9-hole for the ball game here today. He was hit for in the first game by DH. That's popped up and foul out of play to the right side. 0-1 the count now. Loud thud off the home dugout. Oh, 1. Curveball missed in. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. Tapped foul. 1-2. One-two pitch. Here it is. It is fouled off the mask of the catcher. You heard the ka-thunk rung his bell. Count stays 1-2 now. It's a chance wide. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chance wide is down on strikes for out number 2. That'll take us back to the top of the order. And Dylan Cupp.
Now batting number 3, Dylan Cupp.
Dylan 0 for 1 on the day. He was hit by a pitch in his first at bat, stranded. Then he lined out to the right fielder his last at bat.
He'll take a called strike 1 down the middle, 0-1 now to Dylan Cupp. Oh, 1. Missed away. 1 ball, 1 strike. He didn't quick pitch him there, but he did throw it a little. He did pick up the pace a bit. 1-1. Called strike 2 over the inside corner, maybe.
Maybe.
Dylan didn't think so. 1-2. Slow roller down the third base line. Picked up in fair territory. Throw to first. Not a chance. Infield hit.
That's the best bunt I've seen in 2 years. And it was another one of those accidental swinging bunts, but that ball was rolling.
Now batting
The lip of the grass.
Just
basically.
right on the lip of the grass. You know, you think if you had it to do over again, if you're the third baseman, do you just
let it
go and pray it rolls foul?
That ball was starting to slow down, though. I think
there was no chance to throw Dylan out.
No chance at all. Dylan with a big lead over there. Here's Tony where he's going. Pitches a strike. Throw to second is not in time. He's safe. Give him a stolen base. 0-1 the count now to Ware. This is how the Dogs manufactured a run. A run in the first game today. They were able to move runners over into scoring position. That one misses low. Ball 1. Two outs, the pitch, another bouncer. 2-1.
Cupp is always good at getting in a pitcher's head when he gets on base.
Here's the 2-1 pitch to Tony. He'll take a called strike 2 inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Cupp at second. Hanson comes set, the 2-2 pitch. Tapped toward third base, picked up over there at third. Low throw, dug out at first base, good play. And that'll retire the side. Dogs leave another base runner. Still leads, though, 1-0 as we head now to the bottom half of the fourth after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Bottom half of the fourth inning about to get underway here from Central High School. Cedartown Bulldogs lead at the moment by a score of 1-0. Cedartown ahead 2-0 in this 3-game region matchup, one earlier in the week. and one earlier today. Earlier in the week was a score of 1-0. Earlier today, 8-4. Lead now in the bottom half of the fourth inning by a score of 1-0. Cedartown left thus far 8 runners aboard, but we were able to push one across, so we are in the positive in the score column, but we got to see if we can hold them here in the bottom half of the fourth.
Be top of the order, Joe Cooney, then Walker Altman and Corbin Dietrich due up for the Central Lions. Reese delivers. Upstairs, ball 1. For those who never noticed, and it took, we played Central for all these years. Central's logo, of course, is a lion. It's the same lion that the Detroit Lions use. 1-0 pitch on the way. Big swing and miss, a high fastball. Of course, Cedartown borrows the UGA. No, I'm talking about the UGA dog.
Oh, okay.
But the C,
we let Cincinnati use that.
We do. The 1-1 pitch. Foul back, strike 2.
I like to say that we let Athens use our logo.
I would say that. I know a lot of Georgia folks that would disagree there. I don't know any Cincinnati people.
And if I do, they're probably not listening to this broadcast.
No. They're probably mad they haven't had a winning team in 20
Since
years.
Pete Rose.
That's upstairs, ball 2, 2-2 the count. So I probably ticked off any Cincinnati fans that might be listening, but I'm sure there's none.
But they do have Pete.
They do that. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 called.
And he knew it and walked off like a gentleman, Joe Cooney. That curveball was just froze him there, and he knew it was a strike. Didn't wait on the umpire. Walked off to the dugout.
I mean, he didn't even jelly leg it either.
No.
He knew it right away.
That's one of those you tip your hat to your opponent and say, "Good pitch, Mr. Tanner," and go back to the dugout.
One out here is Walker Altman, I should say. Ball 1 upstairs. Actually, Walker Altman's dad is over there in the booth next to us, and he kind of half-jokingly said to me, make sure you say Walker, not Walter. And then he said, it's okay. People, there's a strike call, 1-1 the count. Most people get it confused all the time, so we'll try to make sure we say the right name. There's no telling how many times we've gone places and we've had names that were mispronounced.
Well,
back to the backstop, 2-1 the count.
Miles Mingy was Miles Minge at about 100 different ballparks in his formative years. The amount of press boxes I ran into to properly pronounce his name for someone.
There was another one, too, that was kind of tough. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball and a called strike. Good pitch there from Reese Tanner. Nicolopoulos is another one.
Yes.
2-2 pitch. Swung and missed for strike 3. Threw him the high heat. And he'll take his seat. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Reese Tanner. Number 17, Corbin Dietrich will bat now with 2 outs and nobody on base here in the bottom half of the fourth. Reese ready to go. The kick and the pitch almost hit him inside. Ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes. One-0 pitch. Popped up, out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. One of those loud pop-ups. 1 ball, 1 strike. Reese, the kick, the pitch. Hit off the end of the bat and a pop-up in the infield. To second base, Denver Nell there. He'll make the squeeze, and the Dogs again force a 3-up, 3-down inning from the Central Lions. We're through 4. This game moving quickly. We head to the 5th inning. 1-0 the lead, Cedartown on top.
Whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking for that dream home, Rick Baxter of Hometown Realty can help you find the home you've been looking for. The Hometown Realty team has a reputation for matching people with properties, knowledge of the market, and love of the areas where they work and live. Whether residential, commercial, or land real estate, Rick Baxter of Hometown Realty can help make it happen. Call Rick today at Hometown Realty at 770-505-7766 or directly at 770-547-3139. Find your next home on the web at rickbaxter.net. The winning team at Hometown Realty says, go Dogs.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
The Bulldogs baseball, Cedartown High School fans. Cedartown had 1-0 with 4 innings in the books. Cedartown, if I can get my reading glasses on. Eli Barrow, Reese Tanner, and X Holiday due up in the 5th for your beloved Bulldogs. Eli has got a strikeout and a sacrifice bunt in this game. Seeing if he can't start us off by getting us a leadoff runner aboard. Game going quickly.
Hayden Manson continuing his work on the mound. He's pitched pretty well. That one missed low and away. 1 ball, no strikes to Eli Barrow. One-0. Chopper to third base, handled on a tough hop. Throw to first in time.
Good play by the third baseman. You gotta hand that to him.
The ball was not a soft hit ball. That was a pretty hard hit. 1 bouncer, and handled it well over there at third and got Eli Barrow. And here's Reese Tanner with 1 gone and nobody on base. And the first pitch to Reese is outside ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. One-0. Fouled away off the end of the bat. 1-1 now to Tanner. Reese Tanner, a fine young man.
I will second that motion.
1 pitch, called strike 2 over the outside corner. Great athlete. He's your definition of a Cedartown Bulldog. Loves his school, loves his town. And we love him. 1-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to second base. Diving stop, the throw to first in time. Great play at second base. Saved a base hit. Out number 2. I thought Reese might be able to stink that one by, but a great diving stop there right on the edge of the dirt.
A lot of these young men are. I don't know them all, but I know a tremendous amount of them. In between the games, I went visiting them, and I was talking to X, complimenting him on his pitching. And
X takes a call, strike 1. We ought to be complimenting on his hitting because he's been quite good today. 0-1. Hit toward third, foul ball, strike 2. but he pitched very well in the first game of today's doubleheader. Picked up his second win on the season.
Yeah, it's so encouraging with these young guys. You talk to them, they look you in the eye like a man and interact with you. They're polite young men. Just a good group of guys representing Cedartown wherever they travel and play ball.
0-2 pitch. A high chopper to shortstop. He'll pick it up and throw to first, and they got it. He dropped the ball, and they still called him out. Maybe they say he was transferring the ball
to flick it back
in. So that's probably what the call is. Cedartown fans don't like it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. We'll head now to the bottom half of the fifth. Cedartown with a 1-0 lead back after 60 seconds on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Shop local and save big at Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. High-quality hand-cut meats and produce and low-priced national brand name dry groceries and lots more. And while you're there, stop and get something fresh and delicious from the deli. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%, 430 South College Street in Cedartown across from the post office. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown.
One of the pillars of a strong community is knowing your neighbors. We believe it's important to know your neighbor. To know that the person down the street selling you your car is the person you'll see grilling with you at the block party. It's important to be a part of a community, and Peach State Ford is proud to be a part of historic Cedartown, Rockmart, and Rome, and even prouder to be rated one of the best in the country in customer service. Nobody knows trucks or people like Peach State Ford.
2076 Rockmart Highway, Cedartown, 866-872-6660.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back to baseball, Cedartown fans. This game moving fast. Cedartown is ahead by a score of 1-0, but we are already going into the bottom half of the fifth inning.
Reese Tanner throwing a great ball game so far. Multiple strikeouts. Unfortunately, we don't have that stat in front of us, but he has struck out, I'd say, at least 5 guys. And struck out did he strike out the side in the last inning?
He did.
So he struck out 3 guys in the previous inning. So he's got that going for him. Great job by Reese Tanner on his second start of the year. He'll face number 13. That's the catcher, Smith, and he'll take upstairs 1 ball and no strikes. Davis Smith. Tanner delivers a 1-0. Just missed. 2 balls, no strikes. Some Cedartown fans, maybe even some players chirping a little bit. Mostly fans, I'm sure. The wind, the 2-0 pitch, here it is. Called strike, even though it was dropped. 2-1 the count. You can hear some Central fans not happy with that call. Two balls, 1 strike to count to Smith. That one misses. Baseball's going loose all over the place.
All over the place.
3 balls, 1 strike to count. On deck, by the way, is the pitcher Hayden Manson. 3-1 the count now to the batter, Davis Smith. Reese delivers a 3-1 pitch. And it's ball 4 outside. That might be the first walk for Reese today. Put a runner on first with nobody out to lead off the bottom half of the fifth, and with a 1-0 lead.
Not good.
No.
Reese has been dealing. Cedartown has been playing solid defense. But with the amount of runners we've been leaving on base, we can't afford to give them anything. So what we need here is a turn 2 up the middle.
Been several double plays in this game. Our defense has turned one. They've turned a couple. Actually, I think they've turned 3 of them in this game.
Well, let's just look.
Hanson will try to help himself here. With the runner on first, nobody out. Bottom half of the 5th. Reese from the stretch and the pitch. Away for ball 1.
They've turned 2.
2 double plays.
Cedartown. 2 4-6 threes.
And Cedartown, of course, that unconventional double play. 1-3-5. There's the 1-0 pitch. There's a strike called right down the middle. Maybe a little bit high, but
we'll take it.
We sure will. One to Manson. Swing and a miss. Late on that fastball.
Put a little hot sauce on that one, didn't he?
Louisiana hot sauce. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. Nashville hot right there. Swing and a miss. 1 gone. We're just going to get hotter and hotter here.
Hotter and hotter and hotter. Yeah, Reese is finally loose.
Now batting number 2, Brandon Music.
There's Brandon Music as the motorcycle starts up. So now the double play could end the inning if you can get a ground ball. Runner goes, pitches a high throw to second. They got him! Another great throw and a great tag.
Let me tell you, the pop time on Barrow on that one was some good pop time. I mean, he got rid of that ball in a fraction of a second, and it was a little bit wide up the bag toward first base. Dylan coming across, caught the ball and tagged the runner as he came by. That was pretty.
It was absolutely just looks great. Here's the pitch. Strike call. I think it's 1-1. It is. 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Well, and that's what Eli can have the confidence to do when he's got a shortstop out there like Cup. That if the throw if he just gets rid of it with great pop time.
1-2 is outside. 2-2.
If he just gets rid of it with great pop time and gets it in the vicinity of the bag, then Cup will finish it for him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Reese Tanner is having himself a ball game on the mound. We head now to the 6th inning. Cedartown 1, Central nothing. Back after 60 seconds on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Live Wire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Live Wire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables, and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Live Wire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings. Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
You're listening to Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA. Cedartown Bulldogs Radio Network. Jamie Newsom and Andrew Carter, pleased to bring you your beloved Bulldogs here from Central High School in Carrollton, Georgia. Cedartown leads by a score of 1-0. Top half of the 6th inning about to get underway. Cole Dingler, Denver Nail, and Britt Baxter to lead off the charge for the Cedartown Bulldogs. Here's Andrew with the call.
Thank you, Jamie. Hayden Manson still on the hill for the Lions going into the 6th inning. Home plate umpire is signaling down the way. Maybe there's somebody has their headlights on down the driveway. Don't know for sure.
That's what he's doing. He's giving the cutthroat sign, the cut it off, whatever it is. It's an angle I can't see, but apparently lights on. Looks like it's been resolved, and he says play ball.
Cole Dingler at the plate. Manson delivers to him, and he cuts and misses for strike one. Oh, 1. Little soft liner toward first. He bobbles it, and he's going to be safe. It would have been a tough play to get him anyway. The pitcher had to cover the bag, but I think it's got to be, what are you going to give him, a base hit or an error?
I would probably give him a base hit on that. It was not what it was going to be.
Flare, basically.
It was a flare, and what it was going to be, even if the first baseman fields it cleanly, it's going to be a foot race to the bag.
I think the only person who had a chance to get to the bag anyway was the pitcher.
Well, that's it.
Covering, yeah. Runner off the bag, fake the throw over to first.
That's who the foot race was with that I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
That it was between Cole Dingler and the pitcher, and Cole had him beat to the bag.
So we'll call that a base hit for sure. 0-1 the count to Denver Nail. Squares to bunt, pops the bunt up. It's going to be down. The throw to first will be in time, and Cole's over to second base. And one gone, a very important insurance run at second base. Cedartown on top, only 1-0, with plenty of chances in this game, but Central has thwarted most of our rallies.
Well, this brings up Britt Baxter with one out and a runner on second base in scoring position. Time for a base hit, Mr. Baxter.
Pitch on the way to Baxter, takes ball 1 outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Strike on them.
One-0 pitch. Hit in the air to shallow center field.
Won't be deep enough to do anything.
Nope. 2 outs. So Baxter cannot advance him. We'll see if Chance White can do it unless they try to pinch hit for him, and looks like Coach Johnson may do that very thing. He's talking to the home plate umpire. We'll see who he brings out to bat here with 2 outs. Still yet to see anybody appear out of the dugout.
I'll see a number. Looks like a number 15 that I don't have on my roster. Unless it's Cedartown player with a number 15 on the jersey, and I do not see a 15 on my roster.
And we don't have one on ours either. And the PA announcer probably doesn't know either. Let's see if I can look this up. 15 is the batter, but again, he's not on our roster. Pitch to him. Curveball, strike called, 0-1.
Let me text Coach Newsom.
0-1, a bunt try, that's foul, strike 2.
See if he happens to have his phone on. Gavin Allred, according to Alex Gerald. Thank you, Brother Gerald.
That is a strike 3 called, and that was way inside, and that was a terrible strike 3 call. My goodness. Cedartown is left stranded, leaves another runner stranded here in the 6th inning, and my goodness, he didn't even know he was struck out. He thought it was inside, way inside on him. But that is out number 3. We head now to the bottom half of the 6th. Cedartown 1 and Central 0.
Ed's Cleaners in downtown Cedartown offers many different services. They dry clean, press your already washed garments, and fold and wash your clothes. They also launder and press your clothes with or without starch. They have an alterations expert on staff, and they can tailor your garments to you or simply replace buttons. They specialize in leather garment cleaning and preserving wedding gowns. Ed's offers next-day service where most in the industry do not anymore. As you know, Ed's loves their customers and strives to give them the best experience possible when they visit us. That's Ed's Cleaners in historic downtown Cedartown. Stop in today.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. Their phone number 678-246-1031. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown. Or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big
Cedartown Bulldogs go into the bottom half of the sixth inning, still leading by the slimmest of margins. We scored one back in the third, and that is the only scoring of this ball game. Game 3 of the region matchup between the Cedartown Bulldogs and the Central Lions from Carrollton. Reese Tanner still slinging for the Bulldogs, and here's Andrew with the call.
It's called strike one to number 4, Vicari Swain. Looks like Swain. We'll tell you who the other one is in a moment. That one high. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is number 8, Tyler Woodside. One pitch, here it is. Fouled straight back, 1-2.
Cedartown's going to have to play some great defense and rely on a continued pitching performance from Reese Tanner unless we can put some bats together in the 7th. We've been shut down except for that 1 run pushed across in the 3rd.
1-2 pitch. Misses away, 2-2.
Way back on a base hit by X Holiday.
Yeah, X Holiday's been the offensive hero of the day for the Dogs. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Reese is doing it.
Now batting number 8, Tyler Woodside.
Here's Tyler Woodside. One gone here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Cedartown 1-0 lead over Central. Reese kicks and fires. Strike call. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Down low. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Woodhouse. Or Woodside, rather. One pitch. High chopper off the glove of the pitcher. Picked up the throw to first. Safe. Unfortunately, Jamie, if Reese doesn't glove that ball, they might get it.
Yeah, you can't really criticize Reese for that. That is human reaction. That ball is chopped over, and if he's able to get a glove on it, actually catch it, he did nick it with his glove, then it's an easy toss over, 1-3 out. That one's unfair to second guess either of those Bulldogs.
It's just one of those plays that it's just tough how it goes. Bunt try and a diving catch. Throw to first in time. They get the double play. Reese Tanner doing it with his arm and doing it with his glove.
1-3 double play. They try to bunt. Young man gets under the bunt a little bit, pops it up, and Reese lays out. in the infield grass to catch that ball in the air. The young man that was breaking on the bunt, he's out there in no man's land between second and first. There's nothing he can do. Reese just calmly pops up, knows that he doesn't have to rush it. He's got all day. Takes a few steps towards first, underhand tosses it, I believe he did, over to first for the 1-3 double play put out. There you go, Dogs.
Yes, sir. We head to the 7th inning. 1-0 the score. 30-second break on the Big Double A.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans, to WGAA, your home with the Cedartown Bulldogs. Cedartown leads still by a score of 1-0. Top half of the 6th inning about to get underway.
7th.
Did I say the 6th?
You may
have.
I
did. I probably did. Top half of the 7th, ladies and gentlemen. This game moving fast, really fast. First game seemed like a marathon. A lot of runners left aboard, a lot of long innings. There were 12 runs scored in that game. The game seemed kind of like a marathon. This one is zipping right along. Cedartown about to bat in the top half of the 7th, hoping to push across an insurance run or two. By my calculations, I think we should be back at the top of the order with Dylan Cupp, Tony Ware, and Eli Barrow trying to lead the charge for the Bulldogs, see if we can't push a couple of runs across. Got a new pitcher. I think Andrew's trying to determine who that might be.
That's Joe Cooney. He will take over. He was playing right field. And
Joe Cooney, the dinger hitter that was the leadoff batter. Yes.
Yeah, he hit the home run in the first game. In the bottom half of the first inning, he was the leadoff man, and he hit that solo home run to left. The throw goes down to second base, and here we go. And it will be the top of the Bulldog order, as Jamie said. It'll be Dylan Cupp, followed by Tony Ware, and then Eli Barrow. Glad to have you along with us here on the Big Double A for this doubleheader on Thursday night. Dylan Cupp, Mississippi State commit. One of those guys that could play at the top level of our sport, of this sport. High and tight, ball one ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Fastball that just about nicked him inside, 2-0. To Cupp. The pitch. A fastball and a strike call, 2-1 at the knees. Two-one pitch. Chopper to third, base hit. Dylan Cupp gets his first base hit of this game, and it's a single past third base. His second single of the game.
Yes, he had a single in his last at bat.
Dylan Cupp, that was a hard hit bouncer that the third baseman had no chance to react in time to get.
His last at bat, Andrew, was that swinging bunt down the third base line.
That's right.
13, Tony Ware.
So now we see if Tony puts the bat on his shoulders for a pitch or two to see if we can't get Dylan down to second.
Time called.
And Cooney knows that's what's going on.
Dylan leads away from the bag, and the pitch. High. One ball, no strikes. Not a good pitch to run on. Just about a pitch out, except it was inside. So he doesn't go on that one. 1-0 pitch. Doesn't go again, takes outside, ball 2. And what Dillon is doing by making Cooney worry about him, he's not throwing strikes to Tony Ware. And it's about that mental game. 2-0, hits him. That's the second time today he's been hit. First and second, nobody out. And that will advance Cup to second base, but Tony Ware gets a bruise to pay for it.
Don't rub it.
No. And we have a coaching visit out of the dugout. Comes one of the coaches for the Central Lions, and Eli Barrow is the batter.
The Bulldogs are going to take this opportunity to have Tony and Dillon go over and talk to Coach Johnson. Eli Barrow also in that little conclave with Reese Tanner, talking about offensive strategy. How are we going to manufacture a run right here, young man? We got to do it.
Got to. As good as Reese has been pitching, and Reese's pitch count's got to be low. I don't know what it is exactly, but more than likely he comes back in the 7th inning.
Eli Barrow.
Eli Barrow will be the batter. I would love for him to have a little cushion. Pitch on the way to Eli. That one hits him. And the bases are loaded. Nobody out. That one got away from Cooney.
So compliments of a single by Cup, and then back-to-back hit batsmen. We've got Cup standing at third, Tony Ware standing at second.
He's going to make a pitching change.
And Eli Barrow at first for the cleanup hitter, Reese Tanner.
Coach making his second visit of the inning, and he's going to pull the plug here on Cooney. This game could get out of hand pretty quickly, and he will head to the dugout. I think the first baseman might be getting another glove, or he might be pitching. We'll find out in just a moment. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. Cedartown leads 1-0, trying to get some insurance. We'll take a 90-second break and come back with a new pitcher after this.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
So the Central Carroll Lions have determined who their relief pitcher is. It's going to take another couple of minutes to get him ready, because just as I welcomed you back to the broadcast, Corbin Dietrich stepped up for his first warm-up toss. Cedartown has the bases loaded with no outs. Top half of the 7th inning. Right at the moment, we hold on to the slimmest of margins, 1-0. It's been 1-0 since the 3rd. But right now, the Cedartown Bulldogs have bases juiced. Cup at 3rd, Ware at 2nd, Barrow at 1st. Cup with a single and Ware and Barrow both on base via the hit batsman. So Reese Tanner will be the batter when the warm-up pitches conclude. And we'll see if our beloved Bulldogs can push some insurance runs across. I anticipate, Andrew, that Reese Tanner's back on the mound in the 7th, but I would love for him to walk out there with about a 4 or 5-0 lead instead of 1-0 lead.
Well, Reese Tanner could help himself here because he's at the plate with the bases full and nobody out. So Reese knows the stakes here, and if he can get himself a good base hit off this new pitcher, Corbin Dietrich, they relieved the starting pitcher Hayden Manson, who pitched very well, but then they came to the new starting, the relief pitcher Joe Cooney, and he loads the bases promptly in the 7th inning. So Reese is back in the batter's box, everybody to their respective base, and we are about ready to go here in the 7th inning. Reese Tanner. He'll face Dietrich on the hill for the Lions here in the top of the 7th. Bases full, nobody out. And the pitch on the way. Fastball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners lead away. Pitch. Called strike 1. Scraped the outside corner. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. One-two pitch. Way outside. 2-2. His hat almost came flying off.
Yeah, Reese is, I think Coach Johnson is reminding Reese, Dietrich has been, the last 2 pitches, he's really quick pitched him. And
so take back control.
Control the time, yes.
2-2 the count. The pitch on the way. Strike 3 called inside corner. Reese doesn't like the call, neither does anybody in red and black. And now Holiday, who has been the offensive machine for the Bulldogs in this doubleheader.
And the holder of the only RBI in this game. I'd love to see him add a couple of more.
Pitch on the way. Exits on the ground. That is fair down the right side.
The umpire is saying it's not.
Oh, man, foul ball. Just foul. Now, Coach Dingler said fair.
Yeah.
But his opinion doesn't matter. Nothing in 1 the count.
Yeah, had that been fair, that's 3 RBIs.
Yeah.
He turned on that ball and he smoked it down the first base line.
That was close. Oh, 1. Inside, ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Jamie, that's what you call jumping the gun in the broadcast business. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that one. It's 1-2 now to Holiday. One, 2. Hit on the ground. That is fair down the right side. 1 run is in. Here comes 2. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Throw to second. High and is safe. 2-run double for Holiday. The Dogs lead 3-0.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, Holiday puts it to it.
Yes, he does.
I'm talking about puts it to it. Was fooled badly on the previous pitch. Got off his stride. And then comes back in, puts that pitch behind him, rips a double in between the first baseman and the second baseman into right field for 2 more RBIs. That's 6 RBIs on the day.
Ball 1 on the other side of Cole Dingler. 1 ball, no strikes.
6 RBIs on the day, has all 3 in this game, and Cedartown leads 3-0.
Have yourself a day. Pitch. Line drive left field, and it's going to get past him all the way to the fence. 2 runs are going to score easy. Cole's going to stop at second base with a 2-run double. 5-0 Cedartown. And that one was tattooed.
That one was tattooed. So what did I say just about 3 or 4 minutes ago, Cedartown fans, that I would love for Reese Tanner to go back into this inning
5-0
with about a 5-0 lead instead of a 1-0 lead, and somebody down there in that Bulldogs dugout heard it because it is now 5-0 Cedartown Bulldogs. Top half of the 7th inning, still only 1 out, 1 runner aboard on second base. That's Cole Dangler.
And here is Denver Nail, the pitch to it. Upstairs, ball 1. Dogs have busted this game open here in the 7th. (1-0) pitch, here it is. That one gets away from him, and Cole will be at third base. Probably a pass ball.
That's got to be a pass ball. That ball was not far off the plate.
Just crossed him up.
Bounced off the catcher got a clean glove on it. And it bounced out of his glove. Got to be a pass ball.
2-0 the count now to Denver Nail.
Infield on the grass for Central.
2-0 pitch. Curveball and a called strike 1. Good pitch there from Dietrich. Two 2-1. Drop the breaking ball a bit low. Ball 3, 3-1 the count. X and Cole both getting those big base hits after they got quick pitched. There's a strike 2 called on the inside corner. 3-2 now to Denver Nail. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Denver down on strikes. 2 gone. And here's Brett Baxter. Dietrich delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Baxter with a chance to add to this lead as still have Cole Dangler over there on third base.
Here's the 0-1. Foul straight back at strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dogs have put 4 on the board here in the 7th. (0-2). Chopper to third base. He'll pick that up, throw to first. In time, he digs it out of the dirt, and that will retire the side. But not before the Bulldogs put 4 on the board. A two-run double by Xavier Holiday, and then another 2-run double by
Cole
Dingler. And Cedartown leads 5-0. Reese Tanner will try to close it out on the mound as we head to the bottom half of the 7th after the 60-second timeout on the Bulldog Network.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking for that dream home, Rick Baxter of Hometown Realty can help you find the home you've been looking for. The Hometown Realty team has a reputation for matching people with properties, knowledge of the market, and love of the areas where they work and live. Whether residential, commercial, or land real estate, Rick Baxter of Hometown Realty can help make it happen. Call Rick today at Hometown Realty at 770-505-7766 or directly at 770-547-3139. Find your next home on the web at rickbaxter.net. The winning team at Hometown Realty says, go Dogs.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back to Bulldogs baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Glad you're tuned in to the Big AA. It's getting a little bit late tonight, but glad that you stuck it out with us and stuck it out with your Bulldogs. If you have stuck it out and you're still with us, you know that our Bulldogs put up a 4 spot in the top of the 7th. And Reese Tanner, while I have confidence in him, if he'd had to gone out there with a 1-0 lead, he's got a little bit more breathing room. 5-0 Bulldogs.
And ball 1, just a bit inside
the field. That was a nuclear loose.
Yes, it was. 1-0 from Reese. Popped up right side, giving chase is Dingler. I think he's going to run out of room, and he will.
Yeah, I think Eli told him before they went out there, now on this first pitch, throw it to Bull.
I'm going to have a baseball movie marathon this weekend. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch from Reese, another one that got away from him. 2-1. Shake it off, Reese. The 2-1. Ball 3. He's having a little bit of trouble releasing.
Yeah, Reese is having a little trouble with his release point. He threw 2 behind the batter, and then I think he might have overcompensated. He's got it.
3-1 pitch. Here it is.
And there it is.
Line drive right side. That's going to be in foul territory. Yes, sir. Full count, 3-2. Now Eli is going to go talk to him. That's a good job by his teammate to go out there and stop the pace a little bit. And also, Coach Evans is out of the dugout. Just to check on things.
I think this is a check on him. This is okay, Reese, I need honesty here. Did you have a little trouble with your release point?
Or is something else
going on? Tell me the truth, son. And certainly if Reese says, Coach had a little trouble with my release point, I'm cool, then you take that at face value.
3 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff batter. '23, Joe Cooney. Got to be careful with him. He's got power. Swing and a miss. Got it with a curveball.
Yeah, Reese is okay.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's okay. He just needed a pat on the fanny. He's okay.
Now batting number 5, Walker Altman.
Here's Walker Altman. Top of the lineup due up for Central here in this bottom half of the 7th inning. Cedartown trying to sweep them out of town. Or sweeping them while out of town.
There you go.
Pitch on the way. A bouncer, ball 1. Cedartown won game 1 of this series on Tuesday, 1-0. Game 2 earlier today, 8-4. And right now lead 5-0 in the 7th inning with 1 out. Tanner with the wind, the 1-0. Just missed away. 2 balls, no strikes.
Hey, let's go, Walk.
Work your way down.
Here's the 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1. Right over the outside corner of the plate. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Bouncer, 3 balls and 1 strike, low and away. Next week, we go to Heritage on Tuesday. Sam Branch and myself will be on the call for that. Then on Friday, we're back home for a doubleheader against those same Generals. 3-1 pitch, here it is. Ball 4 high and tight. 1 out, base on balls. Not been many of those today for Reese. That might be only his 2nd walk.
Now batting.
And now number 17, now pitching, Corbin Dietrich. And this is where, Jamie, that lead comes into play.
Yes, because this is not the tying run aboard. Cedartown's got a 5-run lead. Makes all the difference in the world.
Reese, the stretch, the pitch, down the middle, took something off of that.
Pulled the string on that one.
He did, and got the call, 0-1.
That one broke like one of them wiffle balls.
Here's the 0-1. Foul back, it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Altman at first. And the 0-2 to Dietrich. Outside, throw to second. Hits the run.
No, that was Dylan caught that ball running across the infield.
Yeah, he did.
Dylan saved that ball going into right field. Barrow let go of that one a little bit sidearm, and it sailed right on him.
He would have struck out the batter, though, had he pitched like that, though.
He would have. That ball had a lot of side spin the way he had his release on it.
1-2 pitch. Did he go? No. 2-2. Pitch was high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think he was able to check his swing just barely from our vantage point.
I would say he checked it, yes.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's outside. 3-2. And the 3-2. Just a bit outside, ball 4. First and second with 1 out. Reese has walked 2 batters here. And that'll bring up number 13, the catcher, Davis Smith. Definitely a double play possibility here. And it's a force at every bag as well. Pitch on the way. Strike, 0-1. Middle infield playing for the double play. One gone, bottom of the 7th. Runners on first and second. Reese the stretch. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Throw to first. Runner back. It's 0-2. That's one of those throws that make your toes curl.
Yeah, that's one where you say, I love you, Mr. Barrett. Don't do that again. Don't do that to me again.
No balls, 2 strikes. Reese looks in. The pitch. Runner goes to third. Throw to third is safe.
Might have had a chance at him if the throw had been a little bit lower. That runner got a good jump.
I thought that might have been strike 3 at the plate. It was not called. It was a very close pitch. But it's ball 1.
So now you've got this runner. You got runners on the corners with 1 out. You got a 5-run lead.
Relax.
Yeah. Relax. This is where you say, hallelujah, we put up a 4 spot in the top of the 7th, but don't worry about that guy at third. Don't worry about that guy at first.
The 1-2 pitch. Fouled away to the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I mean, you certainly hope it don't happen, but you got to think, if this batter right now hits one in the pine trees, we've still got a 2-run lead. So worry about the batter.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Reese set. And the pitch. A bouncer and a good stop there by Eli. 2-2. Runners with their leads. They're at the corners. 2-2 pitch. Upstairs for a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Reese is not struggling, but he's laboring here in this inning.
Well, and obviously Central respects the arm of Barrow and our middle infield because they know that runner at first means nothing.
Here's the 3-2. Strike 3 called. 2 gone. Huge strikeout.
And if you're Central, you can't afford to get somebody thrown out on the bases.
Exactly.
You know, so getting out there and trying to do silly stuff and that runner on first means nothing unless you can find 3 more to go with him.
Last hope will be Hayden Manson. After the big strikeout by Reese Tanner, got the strikeout looking. The pitch. That ball is driven deep to left field. He's going way back, and back, and that ball is it gone? It is.
It's off the wall. No, it was off the wall.
1 run is in. 2 runs are in. 5-2. That ball just missed getting out of here.
So, I'm going to state the obvious now. Okay, there's two runs in. Cedartown still has a 5-2 lead. Runner on second base, but in the absence of that big top of the 7th inning, that was just a walk-off home run.
It was.
And so Cedartown doing it when we need to, but now's when we need to.
Runner at second base, the pitch. Strike called, it's 0-1.
Well, not a walk-off home run. It would have been a walk-off double.
Yeah. Oh, 1 pitch. Strike 2 call. Breaking ball down the middle.
Central fans getting rather passionate about that strike call. There's no objectivity when your team is losing on either side.
Time at the plate was called. The batter is Brandon Musick. The natives are restless.
Well, they're 1 pitch away from being swept at their house.
0-2 pitch. Fouled back.
That sounded like a car.
Hope it wasn't ours. Truck.
They said truck, and we are in the big AA wagon, so we're okay.
The 0-2 outside. 1-2. Two runs in here in the 7th for the Lions. 1-2 pitch. Grounder toward third, foul ball, still 1-2.
Error on the third base coach.
Three-run lead. The 1-2. Just missed upstairs. Threw him that breaking ball and
very close, folks. Very
yes,
close.
Sir. Very, very close. Two. Fastball just missed outside. Wow. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I do not often grimace on the radio. It's not very descriptive to the listeners, but that time it might have been. That was one of those grunt close calls.
Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Fly ball center field. Jack Roper there. He's got it. The Dogs have swept the Central Lions. 5-2 the final in game 3 of the series.
So the Cedartown Bulldogs put them to bed. This week they've beat the Central Lions 1-0. 8-4 and 5-2. Wonderful way to start off your region play. Cedartown Bulldogs on the season are now 3-0 in the region.
That's right. Cedartown improves their record as well to 9-2 on the season after getting the 2 wins today. And it was 5 runs on 7 hits for the Bulldogs, 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Central Lions. It was a much cleaner game, really all around by both sides. A lot of great pitching. And then, of course, the Dogs, all the offense came late in the game for the most part. But Cedartown is able to get the win and get the sweep in the region series. And when you start out region play 3-0, that's a good start to
it's a good way to start.
It's a good way to get to 3 times in a row region champion.
Well, yeah, and if you look at it from the standpoint of Central, it's just the flip of that. You think, okay, the week 1 of playing your region series, and you're already 0-3 in the region, it's very, very hard to fight back from that early.
Right.
I mean, you've got to it's almost like from that point on, your fate is not in your own hands.
Right.
You got to depend on other teams to lose to do anything.
Exactly.
To get into a good seat in the playoffs. And we've seen from examples over the years, we've lived the good end of it and we've lived the bad end of it. The pathway to, say, the Final Four depended upon that you were top seed in your region. I mean, not top seed in your region, but top seed in the playoffs.
Right.
So you're playing a 4 seed from some other region instead of you're playing a number 1 seed. That might let you bypass a Blessed Trinity or a Westminster or something like that in the first round or second round even. It's vitally important.
Let's quickly go down what it's looking like in the region right now. Heritage is now this doesn't count the games for the rest of this week, but Heritage and Cedartown and Sonoraville are all grouped up there in the top 3.
Right.
Northwest Whitfield and Central and Southeast Whitfield are the bottom 3 in the region. So Cedartown took a very big step in getting going in region play. And a lot of go dogs and coming across the wire we're seeing on Facebook. One very big go dogs was from Ken Jolly, who's watching us online, and of course big Bulldog fan right there for sure.
Big Bulldog fan, and a lot of Bulldogs from a lot of generations.
Yes, indeed.
Men my age and older and younger. Have been mentored by him, not only taught the fundamentals of the game of baseball by him, but taught how to be gentlemen, taught how to not only play the game of baseball, but play the game of life with courage and dignity and honor. And so he's a Bulldog more than just between the chalk lines.
Well, we'll pack it up here and we'll do it again on Tuesday. Cedartown will hit the road to take on the Heritage Generals, one of the top teams in the region, and we'll have that for you on the Big AA at 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday next week, and big series with the Generals then. He's Jamie Newsom.
And he's Andrew Carter.
And remember, when the Bulldogs play,
you'll hear him right here on the Big AA.
Dogs win 5-2. Good night, everybody.
W291 TS Cedartown. Your home for the Cedartown High School Bulldogs. AM 1340 and now 106.1 FM WGAA. The Big